Ooh, here we go. What happened? Where did I go? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Mediocre Movers Club. Come on in. It's friendly and cozy here. It's been a while. 5 mediocre mover points if you can identify that song. Oh my gosh, you guys. I had the flu and it kicked my butt. What happened? Where did I go? What is happening? So this is all about getting up after a setback, getting back on the wagon, and it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. So it was more than 2 weeks that I wasn't doing any resistance training at all. And I really felt the difference because my muscles went away. They dwindled. I feel loosey-goosey knees when I go up the stairs, when I go down the stairs. I feel the absence of muscle, very loose legs when I walk down the hall. I really miss my muscles. I feel like it took so long to build them up. I'm starting at the beginning again, truly. So when we get off of a habit, we think, oh, I gotta get back on that habit and set some goals, set some new goals. And I really like goal setting, but it quickly becomes a feeling of pressure for me. And I don't do very well with pressure. I like having agency. I like making choices for myself. And working out had once been a habit, but it quickly was a habit that was lost, as if I had never worked out before in my life. What, me? Work out? Are you joking? No, I have never worked out in my entire life. I had to start somewhere, and I decided to start small. And by small, I mean short. Just short times of working out, doing something that I found familiar and nourishing and healing. For a long time, I tried working with personal trainers. I think I had maybe 3 or 4 personal trainers in my adult life, and with every personal trainer, I sustained an injury. Each of those injuries landed me at physical therapy. And guess what? I really like physical therapy. If I could just only do physical therapy for the rest of my life, I think my body would be very happy. I like physical therapy because it's so personalized. It's truly tailored to my needs, my strengths, and that's what I returned to. I returned to 3 or 4 of my favorite physical therapy exercises that I have found over the years to time and time again help me build the muscular support that I needed to feel better. So those exercises included the clamshell, side leg extension, a bridge, and what I refer to as alternating Superman, but I'm sure there's a clinical term that's more accurate. So after returning to something that I knew would work, that I knew would be so familiar and comforting and nourishing, like the physical therapy exercises, I then relied on some apps that I have on my phone that I have just found to be very supportive. The first app I use tracks my period. And I like this app because it also gives me other features, factors, facets. What's the word? Functions? I can't think of the word. Let's go with features. I think features. Other features like tracking my mood, tracking my energy level, and tracking the frequency of exercise. The next app that I really enjoy is a walking app. It's just like a pedometer. It counts the steps that I do every day, and I can set a goal and I earn little points, and I find that to be very motivating. The next app is actually a food tracking app. I like this one because I just take a picture of the food and then I can write like a little comment about what it was. I'm not prompted to enter weights or measurements of foods. I'm not prompted to enter calories. That's just too intense for me. I don't do well with that much structure. I like to use this app on my terms just to give a visual of what did I eat today? Did I get all my spinach in? That kind of thing. The last 2 apps are kind of the same, but kind of different. One is a Pilates app and the other is a yoga app. And I like them both because though they each have some Pilates and yoga. The Pilates app very much specializes in Pilates, and I have more choices there. And same with the yoga app. It specializes in yoga, and I have so many options to customize a yoga session for my needs. And the last thing I did to help me get back into the habits of working out is wearing a weighted vest a little bit more often. I've referenced in my YouTube shorts how I'll sometimes use a weighted vest, but I'm just using it a little bit more often. I got the idea from Dr. Mary Claire Haver, and I like to use the vest during squats and lunges. It's a fun little wild card that I threw in as something like a novelty as I get back into my exercise routine. So, how do you hold yourself accountable after a couple of days or weeks off? How do you get back into your exercise routine? How do you stay motivated? What are some of your goals that you have in your fitness routine? And how do you get back on track? Let me know in the comments down below if you have an app that you find really helpful in taking care of your health. Join me as we keep our routines consistent and work out to help our bodies feel the best that they can feel during perimenopause. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.